Lakeview, it is Friday, December the 17th. This is the last Lakeview Liftoff live in 2021, the last school day of 2021. Oh yeah, let's get to it. We have one day of learning and maybe a little fun mixed in before we get off to a wonderful winter break. So let's make it a great day today. Let's get right started with our morning announcement with Mrs. Frame. Good morning, Mrs. Frame.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you today?
Great.
Good. Well, let's get started with some of these are repeat announcements. Just want to remind everybody some important things. Sixth grade celebration is today at 1:30. Teachers, we will call by intercom when we are ready for you to send students back to homeroom. So sixth graders, you will leave sixth hour and go to your first hour class for snacks and drinks, kind of like a fourth and fifth grade class party for a little bit. Not any games or activities necessarily, but you're just having snacks and drinks. And then once that winds down, we will head to the gym for students versus staff dodgeball game. That is a sixth grade thing only. It's a fun, special sixth grade privilege to not, some of you will get to play. Some of you will be watching in the stands. The only rules are sixth graders, we stay in the stands if we're not playing and we're watching the game or visiting with friends. And as long as you're behaving well, you'll be able to sit with whomever you want. That's part of the fun, is you get to be both pods all together for the whole time. So you can be with friends that you don't normally get to see at lunch and recess and all that. We still cannot take our phones out. So we do have to follow the cell phone policy. So just remember, even though it's a sixth grade celebration, we still have to follow our school rules on those kind of things. But we do want you to have fun and enjoy and show gratitude to your teachers for putting it together for you, and Coach Ellis as well, because she's running the dodgeball game for us.
Another thing is we can't bring food or drink to the gym other than like a bottle of water. So make sure we leave them in our classroom.
That's why we're having snacks in the classroom first. And then we will head to the gym. All right. Next, everybody knows winter break the next 2 weeks, but also remind your parents that the Monday, January 3rd, is also no school for students. And so the first day of school back is January 4th. A Tuesday will be our next day here together. All right. And then remember, Chromebooks stay at school over the break. So your teachers will have a procedure for you today to turn those in. And then we'll start using them again on January 4th. And finally, it's Kona Ice Day today. So if you brought your $2, $3, or $5, you can enjoy Kona Ice out on the playground at recess.
That's right.
All right. Mrs. Frame, this is fun. This is special. Get ready for it.
Oh, no, go ahead.
What?
Well, I just wanted to give one more quick staff shout out to Mrs. Mann, because she helped pop almost 500 bags of popcorn this week for the extra recesses. And so I just wanted to thank her. And if you see Mrs. Mann in the hallway today, thank her.
That sounds like a Miller 5 shout out. Definitely deserving. Yes, I know Mrs. Mann stepped up and got all that ready. And I loved hearing students say thank you as they got their popcorn, showing gratitude for that. So that was awesome. And know that there's always adults behind the scenes making fun things happen for you. So students, it always makes us feel good when we do nice things when you show that gratitude. All right. So today's Miller 5 shout out, the last one of 2021, Mrs. Frame, had to be special. Are you ready? This one's big. I'm even going to bring in Mrs. Mann and Miss Conklin for this. This one's so big, I want them to hear it live with us. Hello, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So today's Miller 5 shout out is so special. I want everyone to see this. Whoop, not that. There, I had to make myself bigger for a second, then I'll bring you back in here. Today's is so special that those who are on the shout out get some of this.
Whoa.
I have 24 donuts in my office that I am taking down to Pod 6 to Miss Fowler and Mr. Butcher's room to have a little mini donut party for these Miller 5 shout out recipients.
Yeah.
All right. So here they are. And here's the reason. Today's Miller 5 shout out goes to students who showed incredible over the top growth on our Imagine Math Benchmark, our mid-year assessment. I know students worked really hard on this, and I want to celebrate those that had the biggest gain. Doesn't mean who got the highest score. I'm talking people who improved the most, because that's what we're all about at Lakeview. It's what we say at the end, right? We will grow, right? We always say that. So these students showed incredible growth, and if they are in your room, I want you to give them a big round of applause when their name is called, and these are going to be in increasing order. But these students also, when liftoff is over, I want you to come down to Pod 6. That's down towards the STEM room, and meet me there to celebrate your amazing growth. And we had students in all 3 grades. Awesome. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Miller 5 shout out today to, come on, Kale Anderson, 300 growth points. Madeline Enyard up by 300. Isaac Hoskins, 310 points. Catalia Smith, 335 points. Come on down for donuts after liftoff, but that's not all. Oh no, that's definitely not all, because I've got 4 more. Mason Morris, 355 point growth. Landon Kennedy, 360. Brecken Wilson, 360. Alana Busby, 375. After liftoff, come on down for donuts. Give them a hand if they're in your classroom.
That's awesome. Way
and
to
guess
go,
what?
guys.
That's not all. I have 1 more screen, 4 more students who had even more than 375. And here's another thing. Typical growth in a year is about 80 to 100 points in a school year. A kid that's just working and doing their work, typical growth is 80 to 100 points. So to get 375 since August is like, pow. I mean, you want to talk leveling up. This is leveling up to the max. All right. 4 more names. Here they are, the top 4 in the school. Are you ready? Jake Johnson, 405. Zoe Black, 410. Carson Bryan, 430. Jesus Cervantes, 450 growth points.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I got donuts for all of you. I'm so proud of you, Mr. Butcher, Ms. Fowler, all of our teachers. We are so proud of the growth our students have shown. And we have hundreds of students who showed growth. So many of you just showed great growth, but these are just over the top, amazing numbers. So I'm so proud of everyone for their hard effort. And that's why you are today's Miller 5 shout out. How about that, ladies?
Awesome job.
That's awesome. Fantastic. Look what can happen when you put forth good effort. You can continue to grow and grow and grow. We're so proud of everybody.
Yep. Super, super awesome. So, and thank you, Mr. Butcher and Miss Fowler, who, you know, made an effort. They wanted to recognize these students today. So they approached me and said, can we do something? I said, absolutely. Let's get them out there. Let's get them on liftoff, and let's give them what we're going to have a little special donut party this morning. So after liftoff, those 12 students, please come down and see us in Pod 6. All right. It's time for Pixelated Pieces. Mrs. Mann, Miss Conklin, what do we got today?
First things first. Today's holiday, Buddy the Elf would be so excited. If you don't know who Buddy the Elf is, you need to watch a movie, I guess. I don't know. But Buddy the Elf would be so excited because today is National Maple Syrup Day. Isn't that one of his 4 food groups, I think?
I think so.
I think so. He puts it on spaghetti and stuff, I think. Anywho, so enjoy some maple syrup today.
Love some maple syrup.
All right, so we've been talking about being mindful, and last time, Wednesday, we watched the bubbles go all over the screen, right? And that was focused. It was calming. I heard lots of people say that it was actually kind of soothing, which was the point. So we hope you enjoyed that. Today, we're going to watch another video, and it is about all of the thought bubbles that pop into our head daily. And I want you to keep in mind when you hear this about how many thoughts they say pop into our heads every single day, because it's a lot. So we'll want you to watch the video and kind of take those things in, and then we'll wrap it up at the end. And I know that we're getting ready to go on break, but this stuff is still so important. So we want you to pay attention and take it in, because you might need to use it over the break too. So.
Thought bubbles. This mindfulness practice will help you to control your thoughts. Sit comfortably in your chair or on the floor, whichever your teacher prefers. Each day, we have thousands of thoughts. Scientists say we have at least one thought every 2 seconds. That's at least 40,000 thoughts a day. Some of those thoughts are ideas. Some are memories, things we learn, or opinions. Our minds are amazing, and thinking is what makes humans so great. But sometimes we get too many thoughts in our heads, and this can make us feel worried, tired, or even angry. Imagine that thoughts are like bubbles. They pop into your head. They grow and float around for a couple of seconds and then pop and disappear. Some thoughts don't pop and go away though. They keep growing and stay floating around your mind for days. These big thought bubbles are usually questions that cause us to worry, such as, who will play with me at playtime? What are they whispering about? Will I get an invite to the birthday party? Mindfulness helps us to blow away some of those bubbles that we don't need. We don't need to worry. It doesn't help with anything. Having fewer thought bubbles clears your mind and makes space for learning new things at school. Listen to the quiet music and breathe normally. When you see a thought bubble come into Bertie Brain's mind, then do a deep breath to blow it away. Remember, when we do deep breaths, just your belly should be moving, not your shoulders. Continue breathing normally and listen to the music. We shouldn't hear your breath because this means you're breathing too quickly. Well done. Now, for the last minute, listen to the quiet music, and when a thought comes into your head, do a deep breath to blow it away, just like we did for Bertie Brain. It might be a memory or a question that pops into your head. Focus again on the music. Well done. You should now feel more in control of your thoughts. You can do this technique whenever you feel like you have too many thoughts in your head.
Did you catch the number, Mrs. Conklin?
I did. 40,000 thoughts in a day is a lot. And I could see where some of those could get stuck in there in your mind and cause you to worry or cause you to overly think through something that you just really need to let go. So that's why I want you to remember, all this time when we've been talking about mindfulness, we've been talking about being present in the moment. Think about what you're feeling and what's going on around you, and then do some of the techniques that we've taught you to be able to calm your mind and your body.
Yeah. And, it talked about worry. I'm a worrier. And they were absolutely right in the video. It doesn't do any good.
That's right.
It just robs me of some joy and some peace. So it's natural to worry. So if you're a worrier like me, it's okay. We just got to keep that under control, right? And so some of you guys might have thought this was kind of silly, and it might have not seemed helpful to you. But what you need to understand is that these things can help us all the time, even as adults. So make sure that you're kind of taking these things in, because even us as adults, we need these mindful moments as well.
Absolutely. All right, let's get Mrs. Frame back in here. And thank you. Let's remember that. Let's take that into 2022 when we come back on January 4th. And remember, mindfulness is something that helps us in school and we're learning. It also helps us with our families, just being mindful and paying attention with our thoughts with our families as well. So very, 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 very good reminders. Thank you, ladies. Love that. Love those videos this week. All right. Well, I heard the bell ring, so it's about time to wrap this up. We got to have one last corny joke of 2021. It's a pretty high standard because we got to end the year on a good note. Are we ready?
Ready.
Let's see what we got here. Corny joke. Last one of the year. Brace yourselves. Christmas is coming. Why didn't Rudolph get a good report card? Progress reports go out today, so hope everybody's getting good news. But why doesn't Rudolph get a good one?
I don't know.
Because he was rude.
Because
I'm singing this song in my head.
He'll go down in history.
I know that joke. I can't believe I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I couldn't sing through the song fast enough. I was like,
I know, we're almost out of time. We had to go. So anyway, corny joke, last laugh of 2021. But thank you, ladies, for being here, and have a Merry Christmas and a great winter break.
Thank you.
All right, Mrs. Frame, let's do our pledges, and then we can launch this day.
All right, students, go ahead and stand up. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of Oklahoma. Its symbols of peace unite all people. You may be seated for your moment of silence. During this time, you may reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activity.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for a great liftoff. And let's make this last day before winter break a good one. Keep on learning, learn something new, keep leveling up like our students did who earned our donuts this morning. Those of you whose name were called during the Miller 5 shout out, it is time to join me down in Mr. Butcher and Miss Fowler's room. That is in pod 6. Down by on the way to STEM, and I'll see you there in a couple minutes. Mrs. Frame, let's do the last launch of 2021. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, go for it.
We are
Lakeview.
We are not
Average.
We will strive
For the Miller 5.
And whatever it takes, we will
Grow.
3, 2, 1.
Liftoff. All right. Have a fantastic Friday. Merry Christmas. Great winter break, everybody. See you later.